You went into a little bit more detail about how you describe expert in the world of design and how you approach that in your work. What you said addresses some really important equity issues. Could you just say more about what you mean when you say expert when it comes to design?
I'm crediting again Liz Ogbu on that, although I'm sure she might have pulled that from a different design resource. A little bit of source amnesia there, but
Mhm.
I think it's good to start off with a little bit of context and then go into that. But the context is I I have a very love hate contentious relationship with academia. Obviously, I work in that space. Obviously, I worked full time in that space. Um, but academia can be a little bit of an expert hog. I think that there's something to be said about doing the hard work and getting your degree and understanding the subject matters that you are tasked with understanding. But that also is not a substitute for lived experience. Those people who are on the ground living their lives are experts in their life. They understand the realities of what's going on. So let's say we're talking about racism. Sure, there are academic spaces where dialogues about racism happen. I think that those are important. And I think the expertise behind that is important. But it's also important to recognize that there are people behind those theories. And those people are also experts on the things that they face. And I think it's important to recognize a lived experience as a form of expertise
Mhm.
because that diversity of knowledge helps to shape a more informed perspective on whatever the subject matter is. But then two, it allows you, and I'm speaking from a designer's perspective, but it allows I think, a more robust way to approach design because you're not just focusing on what books, articles, and other designers are saying. You're really focused on what the people that you're serving, you're focusing on their expertise as well. So sure, you might have some articles that say you need to design this way for this group of people, but if the people that are in direct contact with your final design outcome don't see it the same way that the quote unquote academic experts do, then you've lost the plot. It doesn't matter what the article said. It doesn't matter what the dissertation said. It
That's right.
doesn't matter
That's
what the
right.
magazine said.
That's right.
You're not speaking to the people for whom you are actually designing.
And if you're not speaking to the people for whom you're actually designing, who is it for at that point?
Because you're not making it
What are we
for
doing?
the academics, right? You're making it for the people who are actually on the ground. That's the way that we actually progress change. That's the way that we impact social good is by fully understanding the spaces that those experts inhabit.